Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Dearest podcast. I'm Simone Canego,
And I'm Olivia Canego
and today we are going to be talking about birthdays. Why?
because it's your birthday.
Because it's my birthday. So why not talk about birthdays, the ups and downs, the good parts, the bad parts? Um, and I was going to ask Olivia to sing, but she said, "Oh, you didn't prepare me for that."
Yeah,
So
I
I,
would have like warmed up, maybe.
yeah, no, you wouldn't have. What are you talking
Yeah,
about? You
chill,
warmed
chill,
up.
chill. I'm not mentally prepared.
Actually, I did have a friend call me and sing me happy birthday, which was very unexpected. Yeah, I was like, "Ooh." She's like, "Okay, just no judgment. Here I go."
Oh my God, that's a good one.
Yeah, I thought it was really nice. I thought it was special. So shout out to Jamie Marco for that one. Yeah, so birthdays, they're like when you're younger, your focus is on, making it to that next milestone, right? Like you're
Yeah.
thinking about the
I have one more big one left.
Yeah, the day you can
Oh,
drive, the day you can vote. I don't know if that's as important, but the day you can drink
I think
legally.
18 was important, but not because you can vote, because like you're legally an adult.
You're right. I
Like
mean,
I turned 18 in college and it went from having to like send stuff to you to get it approved to being able to do stuff by myself.
yeah, the good or the bad of that. I mean, I think then you realize how much stuff that we do for you guys.
I know. Today I was like, I have to do laundry again. I just did it.
Yeah, well, welcome to adulthood. Be careful
I
what you
know.
wish for.
I
That's
know.
why I told your siblings, stay in school, stay in school. Like even post grad, go to graduate school because once real life starts, it doesn't stop, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's how it goes.
Is my
So,
room really this small? I'm sorry, the camera today, I'm really realizing how much of a shoebox I live in.
well, yeah, you do live in a shoebox, but yeah, it looks pretty small.
I need
But
to
it
add
looks
some decor.
nice. It looks nice. Yeah, you need to hang some stuff. Oh, yeah, you took all your stuff down. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
figured it
Um, So, yeah, I turned 51 today, and to celebrate that, I woke up at 2:30 with my normal insomnia, so that was fantastic. But to me, I've said this for a while now. I really feel like age is just a number, except for the physical part of aging, right? I
out.
mean, there's lots more wrinkles. There are aches and pains that weren't there before. All of these things, hair loss, all of these things that when I was younger was never part of the equation. But I do believe that, age is mindset. So
Mhm.
if you approach something and say, I'm too old to do that, well, you've already written yourself off, right? So I think that if you look at it differently and say, I want to do this, nobody's too old to do it. Let me give it a shot. I feel like I can do it. Then that's where I believe that age is, just a number. I
Yeah.
mean, you're young, so you don't see it like that,
No,
but
I don't think I've ever. I think the things that I'm too old for are like rightfully so. Like I'm too old to go to a playground without a child accompanying me. Like I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
I do
yeah,
go to the swing set in Central Park, but after like hours, not like after hours, but like when there's families there, it just feels weird.
yeah, that might be a little creepy.
Yeah.
But I remember when we were traveling when we were in Croatia, everybody went on the swing set there, but people I guess we were the only ones there, so it didn't matter. But certain things like you get too old to go trick or treating, and
That is so sad to me.
it's a really sad thing, honestly, because I think like especially teenagers going trick or treating, like it's still part of childhood and it's something that keeps them out of other.
Well, yeah, if we made it like an older age, like Halloween is a very risky time for teenagers as someone who has experienced risky times at Halloween. And if it was like still acceptable um to trick or treat, like kids would do it. Like everyone loves the idea of free. Okay. Like that's not a concept that ever goes away, and free candy is fantastic.
Yeah, it's funny because when I was little, we would go to the corner store to get candy, and it was like a big deal. It was like a big expedition to do it. It was like this exciting thing where you ride your bike and you have
That's so
your
funny.
25 cents, and we had all that old time candy back then. And now you go to Target and you buy a huge bag and you're done, right? So it's not as exciting, but there's something about Halloween, and obviously we're way off topic here, but there's something about Halloween that I think it just makes it really special to get all this free candy.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time you guys donated your candy anyways, but I still think that teenagers, it should be okay. So when they go up and ring the doorbell, people shouldn't be afraid of it. They should be celebrating it because it just means that they still look at their childhood as something really important.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I was always trying to, couldn't wait for the next year, right? It was,
You can't
couldn't,
wait to be older.
yeah, you couldn't wait to be older because you think with age comes all these new opportunities. And what you don't realize is with age comes all these new responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
You have opportunities, but then you have responsibilities, which means you have to start paying for your own stuff, which is not always the easiest thing.
Oh
As
my.
you get older, you're like, oh, wait, mom paid this, mom paid that. I went through the credit card bills yesterday because I'm working on taxes. And I don't think you have guys have a clue how much money you spend on the credit card. And, I know we have limits, but you guys all go over it. It's like, okay, just wait until you're fully adulting. Now, Jacob is pretty much fully adulting. So he gets it. He, really is good at budgeting now. Something, you and your older sister have
I'm
to.
pretty good. I pay you back a lot. Did you check your Venmo receipts?
No, I haven't changed check my Venmo receipts, but um,
I owe you grocery money.
that's okay. You can pay me later.
Thanks.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But, so I was always like, okay, can't wait until I'm 16, can't wait until I'm
Yeah.
18. And I
Well,
couldn't
I'm
wait.
the baby of the grade. Of all my friends, I've always been the baby because I'm a year ahead in school, but a year behind in age. So I'm the last one to turn 21 and not just like, oh, by a couple of weeks, like, no, 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm the last one to turn 21. So that's like, and that's like kind of the last milestone, I guess, maybe like 25, but that's like a bad milestone because that's when you like get kicked off the health insurance. So
I
that's like,
think it's 26.
oh,
I think it's 26. You got a little
oh,
bit more.
okay. And then maybe 25 is rental cars. Not that that like particularly matters.
There's all these weird things that
Yeah.
we look at. But yeah, I mean, I think that for me, I was always trying to get to the next step. And it was like, oh, I can't wait to go off to college. I can't wait to get married. I can't wait. And then all these things. And you're like, why are we trying to move things ahead so much? Why don't we just like enjoy the moment? And
Yeah.
that's now that I'm older, I that's the way I look at it. I'm like, okay, let me just enjoy this. Although I have been talking my age up. I was like, I kept on saying that I am turning 52. I think even on one of our last podcasts, I said something about turning 52. I just turned 51. Hello. I
Yeah.
don't think I'm trying
Chill.
to make myself older. But so in the past, I wanted to be older. Now I'm trying to make myself older.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
weird. I don't ever think of you guys as aging. Like I know you guys age, but like I just remember you guys as the same age from when you're young. Like the fact that dad is like 62 is crazy because I remember like his 50th birthday party.
so yeah, dad is actually
60, 60.
he's 60. I was like, okay, you're aging him as well.
No, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think looking back, I can see that I have changed a lot. A lot of people say, "Oh, you look just the same." No, I don't. There's like the crow's feet in my, on the corners of my eyes and wrinkles on my neck and, all these things but I don't really care anymore about that stuff. Like when I was younger, everything was about being fit and now it's kind of like just
Yeah.
enjoying life. I mean, I'm sure you have a different perspective because you're young.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Aging is scary. I think it's like really scary. It's like especially my generation, it's not like if you're gonna start Botox, like when do you start? Or like, okay.
That's
Uh
what you're thinking about. Okay,
yeah,
love.
I like my roommate and I we discuss this all the time. It's like, well, you don't want to start like too young. I know this is silly, it's because then it's like you look plastic, but like, yeah, everyone does it. Like it's not maybe it's just like a New York thing and everyone does it. It's also aging is weird because of your body changes. And I don't know, like, if you feel this, and maybe it's like to a less extent, but like, I just am never going to be the same way I was at even like 18. And that's really weird to like accept that this is like my body now. And I just don't look like a teenager anymore.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. Though, I mean, that's all part of aging. I don't find that to be scary, though. I
Oh,
think you just appreciate things more, like, the stretch marks I have from giving birth to you guys, or from being pregnant with you guys. That is, it's kind of like a war badge.
yeah, I get that.
And then, all of my wrinkles, it comes from worrying about you guys
This is a
and
lot of blame on us.
well,
Jeez.
I know I'm saying in a way that it's like I'm proud of this stuff. It's not like I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to fix everything. And you know what? I might fix some stuff later. Who knows? And it's okay if you do. Like people that decide to have plastic surgery for stuff, great. But do it
Yeah.
because you want to do it. Don't do it because you feel like someone else is looking at you and thinking that you look old or that it's all about how you feel about yourself and not about what anybody else has to say.
Yeah.
And that comes with age too. That comes with, that confidence of that I'm not worried about what anybody else thinks anymore because I'm living my best life, being my best self. And so if I decide that I want to, you know, get some kind of start doing Botox because I haven't done that yet. I don't even know if it will work because I'm,
Yeah. You
51.
have to do preventative low key.
Yeah. So I don't know. So what? If that's what I
Yeah.
want to
I
do,
mean,
that's what I'm going to do.
yeah. Do you like celebrating your birthday? I don't know how I feel about that subject.
I
So I'd like
actually
to have your
don't
opinion.
care about it. Yeah. I'm not a person that really cares about celebrating my birthday. I mean, I say, it's all about the celebration, but it's more about like not about reaching the milestones. It is about the celebration and it's not about like the gifts kind of celebration. It's just more of like, oh wait, I'm at this point in time and this is a really cool moment versus, oh, send me 5 million gifts. And your dad struggles with that because he wants to buy me something on every occasion. And he's like, I don't know what to buy you. I was like, yeah, because I don't need anything. He's like, well, something. And I'm not a fan of cut flowers. He's like, if I send you cut flowers, they die in 2 days and then you'll
Why
not
don't
like
you like
them.
flowers?
Well, for that reason, that it's not that I don't like them. I mean, I just don't see the value in
I
it.
bought flowers yesterday.
Hmm. For a lot of people, they like to brighten up their home,
Smells better.
I,
Yeah, and it's spring. Like,
but I don't know. I live in a place where you walk outside and it's just so
I guess
beautiful.
that's fair. I don't know where the nearest flower that's like naturally growing is near me.
Yeah.
The daffodils are coming up, but like it's still like three of them. So
Right by your front door.
no, like 2 blocks away. So I have to get go somewhere.
So it makes sense. Again, it's all about, what people
Yeah.
like. For me, I'm just not a fan of cut flowers and I'm not a fan of cut flowers for my birthday. Doesn't mean if someone sends me some, I would very much appreciate them. It's just not something I would ever ask for or buy for myself. It just isn't something that I do.
And what do you
But
think about cake?
oh, I love cake. I mean, I love Publix cake for sure. It's the funniest thing. It is like the frosting on it is like so full of sugar. I also love what is the cake that I love?
The Magnolia's Bakery cake.
The chocolate cake with the vanilla buttercream ice cream icing. Oh my gosh, that is just so delicious. And I controlled myself when I visited you last time. I bought a piece and I took one bite and I left it in your fridge. So I was
I
very
didn't eat any of it. It's in my freezer now, actually.
I was gonna say,
And I'm gonna
don't
save it for milkshakes. I don't throw
don't
anything away.
that's right. You were like,
I'm like a hoarder to the max. It's really bad
you're
in like
picking
every aspect of my life. I
nasty.
like I have every birthday card ever given to me.
Yeah, which is kind of a cool thing though, to look back at later. I mean, and then you throw it away. Then you're like
Yeah, but
done.
like why am I keeping them? But like some part of me is like, no, you have to keep them.
Do
Okay,
you,
I guess I will.
do you look at them?
No, they're in a
No.
box.
Okay, well then,
I'm like
that
your mother. I'm like your mother, okay?
you are becoming my mother. Make sure there's no cookies in there. Don't save any cookies. Although you
Well,
did,
that's like I would keep something like that. I would keep, oh, well, it's a sentimental thing from an occasion.
so take a picture of it. Take a picture of the card, get rid of the stuff. It's like clutter.
Yeah, but then I have too many photos.
That's
Like I
okay.
know it's not rational.
It's not rational at all. Okay,
Okay.
so how do you feel about celebrating your birthday?
Um, I was crying my birthday, and I just don't know why. I think most people cry on their birthday, like a lot of people that I know. Um, and I don't know. I don't like. I feel like it's not celebrating my birthday when I do something. Rather, it's just an excuse to do something. Um, and I don't mind celebrating my birthday, but it's also, I don't know, I don't see like the importance behind it. I love celebrating other people's birthdays, but I just don't get the same excitement for mine.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I do like celebrating other people's birthdays, and I don't know why I don't. I just don't see the value in it. I mean, trust me, again, I will do stuff. It's not that I won't. But like last year for my 50th, I was like, I don't want anything. I don't want to do anything. And that's what we did. We didn't do it. We didn't do, Rob wanted to do a big party and I was like, we're going to be traveling. We did a trip to Africa for my 50th and his 60th. And that was perfect for me. I mean, obviously that was a gigantic trip. So more than perfect, but I didn't need like a celebration, trust me, I'll take the cake, but I didn't need a big celebration for my birthday.
Yeah.
And what's really funny is that so when I turned 40, that was a big celebration with my friends. It wasn't a party, but it became like this running joke of I'm going to be 40 forever. And I did not make this decision. One of my friends did. And so every time we were at somebody else's birthday, they would literally bring out a cake that says, Happy birthday, Simone. And I want to say it happened for a solid year where we went out and it would be like that we would be at a restaurant, they'd be singing happy birthday to me. We went to a an Orioles game. And on the Jumbotron was Happy Birthday, Simone. And I start getting texts from other people that are there and saying, I didn't know it was your birthday. I'm like, it is not my birthday. And that was probably the best one because it was like, it threw people. They were like, wait, I just looked at Facebook. It doesn't say anything about it being your birthday. I'm like, it's not my birthday.
Like
It's a
that.
long, funny story that, I was like, and I had to pay big bucks to get that up there. So that really cracked me up. Um,
Yeah.
so, and even today when the friend group messaged about it, they're like 40 forever. I'm like, yeah, except for I'm 51. So, but thank you.
But are you celebrating with your friends at all?
Yeah. So, I'm going on Monday. We're having lunch.
Girls' lunch.
Yeah,
Yes.
girl. And then tomorrow night I'm having dinner just with your dad we talked about this at this French bistro and I've already know what I'm eating because that's how I am. I'm like, I'm having the mussels. And then Saturday night, Dad's gonna cook at home, and Grandma's gonna come over, and so we're
What are you
gonna.
doing today? Are you ordering? Are you cooking? I
No,
always order. That is something I always order on my birthday.
I'm not gonna be home tonight. I'm going to this women's event up in Tampa with a friend, so
Oh, that's,
which means
I
there'll
mean, it'll
probably
be fun.
be cake there. No, it'll be really fun. It's just that driving now, it's like
Sucks.
ridiculous here. It's like typically an hour and a half drive. It's probably going to take us 2 hours and 15 minutes. So as soon as I'm done with podcast, I'm gonna head downtown and meet up with my friend, and then we're gonna drive from there because. And she's like, if we get there early, we can go have a cocktail somewhere. I'm like, perfect. So
Um, Whoa. This is something I feel like we always do on birthdays is I always text you by the end of the day to tell you what siblings texted me.
yes,
Um,
that is for
I'm
sure.
wondering who's texted you today or who's wished you a happy birthday.
Everybody has actually. So I mean, Noah forgot this morning. All of a sudden at 11 o'clock, he's like, oh, happy birthday. Millie said it as soon as I walked in her bedroom door. She jumped up and she's like, happy birthday. And
Oh,
um,
sweet.
and then and I don't think Ari totally remembered, but when Millie came down, she's like, so what are you gonna do today? And then he's like, oh, that's right, happy birthday. So, they all got it. And I was texting with Jacob this morning, and then the same thing around 11 o'clock. He's like, happy birthday.
Yeah, I
So,
said, oh, and also happy birthday. But that's because you sent me like lists of things to do.
well, I asked you for one thing, not lists of things.
It was like a list paragraph though. It was like pretty long. And then you figured it out. I was actually like in the middle of an assignment. I woke up, I had an assignment due at noon. I woke up at 10 and I was like doing it, crunching the deadline.
You made
And did
it.
Emma text you?
She called me. She FaceTimed me.
Oh. Wow. Okay, now I feel like the bad one. I just sent a text. Jeez.
No, come on. I mean, it's again, it's one of those weird things. Like, okay, I know it was the day I was born, but I didn't do anything to get here. Like, I kind of feel like we should be celebrating. I know there's a Mother's Day, but you kind of should be celebrating the moms on the day you were born because they had to go through all that just to you just showed up,
That's
right?
true, honestly.
It is
Yeah,
kind
did
of.
you call your mom? Maybe you should say thank you.
She texted me, so she's funny. We do more texting now because it's easier,
Oh, I
especially.
saw that. She like texted okay to something. Usually it takes her a while to type things out.
And she uses emojis now too.
Who's she?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty impressive, actually. I'm
I
like, ooh,
know.
I always respond, I like your emojis. She's like,
That's
thank
sweet.
you. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I think that for a lot of people, though, they love they love birthdays. They love celebrating their birthday. They love the extended celebration. And, I have friends that they want like multiple days all about them. And I love that for them. I mean, just isn't my kind of thing.
I like to celebrate with different people on different days. Not like in that extent. I don't know how to say that, but I get the whole idea of having multiple birthday celebrations. What did I do this year? I just went out to dinner with my roommates. Because so my roommate and I, we have the same birthday, but she's a year ahead. So it was her big one this year because it was her 21st, or I guess last year. So it was like usually we've done our birthdays together since, oh, I guess freshman year together, but this year, it was her big one, and the next year it's my big one.
Yeah. And you'll have to decide on that.
We actually I talked to them today about doing the Nashville thing, and they were down.
Yeah, we were talking about the fact that she doesn't really want to go out and party for her birthday. She doesn't want a big party.
No, I don't want that. I don't want to like, oh, you go to a club or you know what I really wanted to do, and then I forgot it was winter. The pedal bar things where you just like sit on a bike and there's like a bartender that's like steering it. I don't know. I thought that would be fun.
It will be fun, but you can still do, if you guys do the Nashville thing, you can still do that there.
Yeah.
It'll be chilly, but you wear you
There's it's like a funny thing, like a list of things that I want to do when I turn 21. Like I want to get there's this boat. So we live on the water. There's this boat that always passes by, and it's a tiki boat, and you have to be 21 plus to rent it or be on it because it's a I don't know if it's BYOB or if it's just like a bar. But like I've literally I want to rent that so badly when I come home that winter break. Like I'm so excited. I want to drink around the world at Disney because Disney is like so strict with drinking. They'll kick you out for forever. And that's like I were just Emma's done it, Jacob's done it. Like I can't wait to do it. I don't know if there's any other really big ones. I want to do the Napa trip. I know like that's a far down the line considering Jacob's 25 and now first going, but so they go to Napa every year because they love wine. I would love to do that eventually.
yeah, eventually. You got to actually like really like wine by the time it's,
Yeah. But
I
I
mean,
guess for me, then birthdays aren't about like the celebration. It's about like, okay, well, now it's a different age. Like I can do more things.
yeah. For me, it's about like the connection with people. So one of the things again, I'm not a huge social media fan, although I have to use it because of, being in the speaking business and writing a book. You got to put stuff out there all the time so that you stay relevant. But, one of the things that I like about it is that you're able to reconnect with people that you haven't seen in a long time. My favorite was when it first started, connecting with people that I went to elementary school with and seeing the pictures of their families. And yeah, that's really cool. So I think that part of birthdays where you get a message from a friend you haven't seen in 20 years, that's it's special.
Yeah, I like that. I like that social media also reminds you because I don't remember people's birthdays. So it's kind of very nice that you get like the notification, oh, it's so and so's birthday today. Wish them a happy birthday. And then you can like handle it.
Yeah. Do you have memories of any of your birthday parties when you were little?
For years, and I got a text about this for my birthday. What I would do for like, I did like the same kind of birthday party for like 5 years, where I would just like have a bunch of people over the house to just have like a massive sleepover, and those like to me were always a lot of fun.
That was
Uh,
when you would do that. The dog would try to sleep with you. She thought she was one of the girls.
yeah,
lady who's 15 now. She just had a birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of birthdays in March.
Yeah. Yeah, we have Kina, the dog, Ari, me, Emma. It's a lot for
Yeah, but you got a break till the next one. Actually, I don't know when the rest of the dogs are born. I think Rosie might be in April. Not that we don't celebrate the dogs' birthdays. It's just
no.
more of like to know how old they are, but also if you ask me how old any of them are, no clue.
Well, I know Cody's going to be 10 because I just got a reminder again on Facebook with a picture from when we adopted him. So, and it was like 9 years ago today. So I was like, oh, okay, he's turning 10 this year.
Yeah, but Rosie, I guess that's she's probably like 5 then, maybe older. Apparently Sage is 2. I thought she was still like a couple of months old. So time, I have no concept of it.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's why
that's
I
the
brought
thing though. Like people don't age, I age, and so then I'm surprised when people age.
Yeah, I mean, I am not surprised when people age because I know I'm aging. I know I see myself in the mirror and I see actually a friend of ours from Texas posted a picture today of Jacob and I uh, from about 2010, 2011. I forget the date of the picture. And she's like, "You haven't changed a bit." And I was like, yeah, I have." But I was like, "Okay, that's really sweet." I also, the funny thing was that I always had the different hairstyles, like always
Hmm.
had different hair colors. In this photo, I have pretty blonde hair. My roots are coming in. Yeah, you'll have to just look at it because it's hilarious. My roots are coming in, and um, it's stick straight, and it's when I had extensions, so it's like down
Oh
to my
gosh.
yes. And I was like, okay, that's really funny. That was like so long ago.
Yeah. That's another thing. Like I feel like when do you stop dyeing your hair? Or not even stop like because right now I'm just dyeing my hair like fun colors, not like fun colors, but like experimenting, I guess. When do you stop doing that? And when do you start dyeing just for grays? Do you have to dye for grays?
I dye for grays. I mean, that's what I have is a lot of gray. And I don't know. I think it depends how, if I went completely gray, I don't know what I would look at. Like actually, like with curly hair and being solid gray, I don't know what it would look like. But I think if I went completely gray, that would be one thing versus having like clumps of gray. That's why I'm going to keep dyeing my hair until,
Yeah, I'm like the grow out process, I think, because it's like growing out your roots. Like, no, it doesn't look great most of the time.
yeah, I mean that middle thing where it's going to be like, halfway down my head with gray and the rest is going to be brown is going to be like, unless I just shave my head.
Well, that's the thing. Like, how many like older ladies do you know, like older than you? I'm talking like 70s, 80s with long hair.
Not too well, I still shoulder length hair, I would say, but not like,
Why is that a thing?
what do you mean? When you get old, you should cut your hair off? Is that what you're saying?
Well, why do people do that?
Why do people do that? I was thinking you were saying,
Oh, it's like, yeah, it's no, I'm wondering. Like, you never see someone, even my hair right now is like,
I mean,
I
you
don't
do
think I've ever.
see certain people, but it's a lot of work, right? Like,
Oh,
so
yeah.
when you have long hair, if you have to dry it, if it, gets frizzy, then you got to spend the time doing it. And yeah, I think as you get older, you don't care about that stuff so much. I mean, not that's a generalization. I mean, some people do.
I think they care. I think they care because that's why they're cutting it short. Because if you're keeping it long and not maintaining it, then it looks bad. But that brings us back to the embracing the bald conversation that we had a couple of weeks ago. Um, of and some men just like don't embrace the bald and it like the hair loss. Then you get the like the ring, which is fine. It's up to you, but I just feel like it's like everyone balds.
Yeah, I don't. So, in terms of like men, I think that if you're bald in the middle and you leave like your hair short on the sides, I think that looks fine. I mean, and I think if you
Yeah,
all the way, that looks fine. I think it's the comb over, man. Like, well, I
don't
don't understand.
pretend.
It's not hiding anything. I mean, when you comb your hair that way, everybody knows, and
Yeah,
the wind comes and then it's like a shark fin of hair. So, but again, I think it's one of the things, going back to it's hard to accept aging for some people. They think back to when they were younger and wrinkle free and had a full head of hair. It's funny, even your dad said the other day, he's like, I can't believe how much hair I've lost. I was like, oh, you just noticed? Yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, I guess you haven't been looking at your hair in the mirror.
I feel like
Um,
I'm losing hair.
well,
I know I'm not. I like literally take pictures like this or for the like of the top of my scalp to make sure there's no like bald spots and there's not, but I don't know why I'm like so paranoid about it.
well, because I'm losing hair, so I'm
Well,
sure you
yeah, and then Emma,
that it's genetic that you're gonna also lose hair. But
it's not. It's not
yeah,
genetic. I'm
my
refusing to believe that.
mom doesn't have hair loss at all. Like
Yeah, and
she's
then look at like Roja, she had like ridiculously thick hair, and Natalie has ridiculously thick hair.
For me, I think it's more inflammatory response kind of stuff. I want to say a lot of my hair loss came after I had my skin cancer on my head, where I had to on my
Oh,
forehead. I had to, in order to close the, I want to say wound, but this is just getting a morbid conversation. In order to close it, they actually had to release my scalp to be able to bring
that's
it
disgusting.
forward. I know, I'm sorry,
I don't
but
even know what that means. Well, don't explain it.
explain it, don't you worry. And I think that was like the beginning of some hair loss for me because and maybe that doesn't make any medical sense, but it,
Uh,
I don't know.
yes.
But I can time it back to that period. So I mean that's why I say that I think that that kind of started it. So, but
That's the thing about aging, though. You don't get like the, oh, now you can drink, but now you have to, oh, now you have to go get your, like, what is that called? Your prostate checked. Women don't have to do that. Men have to do that.
I was gonna
You have
say
to
I
do,
don't think you need to.
no, and
Hello.
then like you have to start getting like mammograms, and then I'm supposed to be getting other like pap smears stuff now. Like, oh, that's what's like next for aging. And so you have to get all the, oh, you're supposed to get a colonoscopy every 5 years now. Like,
Yeah. It's funny when I was younger and obviously had all of the kids, I would go out with my friends and our conversations would always be about the kids, What's what's Jimmy doing? It was always
mhm.
talking about what they're doing, what their milestones are, and then as we get older, now when we go out, we talk about our aches and pains and our health issues. And we were laughing about it the other day because it's like, really, this is what we've come to. Like
Yeah,
we used to couldn't have like conversations about real life. We talked about our kids all the time. And now we talk about our health issues all the time. But I think it's just, it's a process. It's part of like getting older and that's kind of what's on your mind. So, if I talk hair loss, it's because it's on my mind.
yeah, pretty valid.
But honestly, looking back, like I don't mind any of this stuff. Like it's just part of it, right? Like I wouldn't want to change anything that got me to this moment in time. And all the stress that you guys have given me over the years, yes, yes, I'm pointing fingers. Yeah, okay, so I have a few extra wrinkles. You can't really put it on you. It
Yeah,
doesn't
you
really,
can't like blame a specific wrinkle on me. Chill.
I know. So, I mean, they're just wrinkles from getting older. And part of getting older is that you worry about your kids and you worry about you just worry. I mean, not saying I'm like anxiety central, but you just want to make sure I'm a fixer. I want to make sure everything goes well. And sometimes you just can't do it. So then you worry and then, your wrinkles are popping. What can I say? We'll
Hmm.
see.
What do you mean we'll see?
Well, you'll see when you grow up. I mean,
Yeah, once I get my first wrinkle.
yeah, wait till you get your first gray hair. And then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
pluck it. Now it doesn't I have gray eyebrow hairs. I do not pluck those things. I dye them because I'm saving every last hair that I have.
That's so funny.
I know people listening that you are with me on this. Like you keep those hairs, you dye them. And now they have such great like especially for your eyebrows, like even if you don't want to dye them, they have like those liquid eyebrow pencils. So then they just get covered
Oh
up.
yeah.
But these things that you don't think about when you're young, you're like, you have all the hair color and your eyebrows are thick and full but it's not doom and gloom, just so you know.
I don't think it's doom and gloom. at all. I just think it's like, I don't know, it's kind of an impressive thing. Like when you think about it, like you've been on Earth for 51 years. That's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to think in those 51 years all the different things I've done. I think that might be
Exactly.
for me is like thinking about having 6 kids and thinking about all the places that I've been able to travel to and all the different careers that I've held. There's so many good things, and I again I wouldn't ever change any of that. But and you have you're just starting on this journey. So
Yeah, that's
starting
kind of
on the
crazy.
journey, and in December, her grandmother, well, she's taking me too. So my mom is taking me and Olivia and Emma to Antarctica. And you know what that does for Olivia? It checks off every continent. So at 21, she will have traveled to every continent.
Which is kind of ridiculous. Like now that you say it, like I know you said it before, but like I'm incredibly spoiled for that and incredibly lucky for that.
Yes, you are. And
Yeah.
I
I've
have.
just had the opportunity to do things that no one, I just don't know if anyone else has had. And I've just had parents that have been like, okay, go do it. Like you guys always go do it. Go skip a week of school to go to an Indian wedding. Go to Australia by yourself in 6th grade. Like it's just always been like
By
the
yourself. You were on
I know I
a
was in the group, but I wasn't like I didn't know anybody. Okay,
yeah,
rephrase.
yeah. I was like, no, we didn't just put her on a plane. Yeah, well, again, I think seeing the world changes your perspective on so
100%.
so and do it while you're young. I mean, Rob was saying about traveling that as we get older, obviously the kinds of trips we're going to be taking are going to be not as athletic as they used to be, and especially with my knee, forget it. Like there's so many things that I can't do anymore, but you can still go see places, right? And
Yeah, and your dad was a big believer in that.
my
And
dad
he
loves to travel.
and
Yeah.
he loved to travel forever, but like the way he did it while he was older was cruises. And I think I love cruises because I'm not an incredibly active person, but now that you said you're right, like I should do more active vacations. Like I'm not gonna be able to do it in the future. But yeah, like you find a way. But I think it is important to travel all throughout your life because you always hear just like the sad stories of someone waiting their entire life to go on this trip and saving up their entire life
Yeah.
and just it doesn't happen or like they pass away or just something terrible happens and they can't actually go and do it. um I don't know,
It's
I
not,
think
it's money. I mean, it costs a lot of money to
yeah,
travel, but that's what's nice about like some of the school trips is that, I mean, trust me, they still are expensive, but not like taking a whole family vacation. So when
mm-hmm.
you guys had the opportunity to go places by yourselves, we knew we couldn't take the whole family to Australia and New Zealand, or we couldn't take the whole family to China. But if you guys get to see it, and I think also for us, like starting at a young age, like we took the kids everywhere. When we traveled, it wasn't just Rob and I, like every trip was a family trip. So whatever we could do, we dragged everybody along because I think it's really important to see the world and see how other people live. And it really changes your perspective and opens your
I
mind to
think
different.
so, yeah.
So, and that's when I go back to my 50th birthday. Like traveling was the best thing for me. Like I loved it. And I'll take that over, you know, jewelry or flowers any day of the week. I mean, I have enough stuff, right? I
That's
don't,
Yeah, I completely agree with that though. That's what I love for my gifts and my trips, and that's what I've gotten for a lot of my gifts and over the birthday years have just been like travel money or travel.
and I guess it's good that you want to do this trip to Antarctica because now I get to go too. So,
Yeah, this has
and
been like in the
staying
making
home.
for years.
Yeah.
We've been
Rob,
talking about this forever since before Pup was alive.
when Pup was alive, when my father was alive.
Yeah, but like before he was diagnosed, even with,
You said before he was alive.
oh, I guess, okay, sorry. Whoa,
Just
chill,
you.
chill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a huge one
I'm
that
so excited.
wanted to do. And so I get to go on it now because my mom always feels more comfortable when I'm there. So even though you guys are old enough to help out with everything, she's like, I would feel really good if you came too. I'm like,
And this is her last continent too.
Yeah, yeah. So that's a big deal. And her last continent, and she's 83. So hello, a little bit different, but
Yeah. But I'm
still.
I'm glad we're doing it together. I'm really excited for it.
And she's really excited too. She's excited to see it and freeze through it and all that kind of stuff.
I just
And
like how many people do that? Ugh,
not that many. I mean, it's we're very lucky that we've been able to do it. And that's basically, you know, obviously it's right after your birthday, so that's your birthday.
from her.
Yeah. Well, for me, if you do the Nashville thing, that's another trip.
Yeah, that's you guys. Yeah. But I don't like what do I need? It's like if you give me money, like that's what I would ask for my birthday. That would go to travel because at first when as a college kid like getting money as gifts, I always kind of spent it towards like groceries or like things I need. And then I realized like no, like that's not what the intent of this is. And if I need something, if I need grocery money, I can ask you guys. But if I need travel money, like this is what this is for.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's, I think a lot of times people want to find you the perfect gift, right? Not just you, but in general, find somebody the perfect gift for their birthday. And obviously as family, like money is great. I mean, you wouldn't give your friend money, I don't think, but I think giving money to your family and they can choose what they want.
Yeah.
Although sometimes I remember Jacob saying something once that he just really liked, wanted to open something, like not just a card, but wanted to open a gift. The problem is, again, you guys have so much, and it's hard to find anything else other than making a donation to, a charity in your name or something like that. So, but yeah, I love the idea of, getting money and saving up money for travel
Yeah.
because it's one of my favorite things.
Yeah. I have a lot coming up with travel. I'm excited for it. Well, not a lot, but kind of a lot.
What do you have?
Mexico. I'm going to Mexico in 2 weeks. Oh, we're not going to podcast that week, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have to mark that down. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You got Mexico, then what?
And then I'm going to Alaska.
That's right. With her boyfriend to Alaska.
I'm really excited. Okay. Like, hello.
You should
That's
be.
really cool.
You should be. Yeah,
Um,
very exciting.
and then I'm working all in New York for the summer. So probably nothing then, unless like
Oh,
someone I meet happens to have a house in the Hamptons and then I can go to the Hamptons.
well, there you go. Did you
Um,
announce that though?
oh, I know I haven't announced it. Not in here. I announced it on LinkedIn though.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
she
LinkedIn.
she doesn't have to worry about an internship for the summer because she got one.
Yep.
And
I'm an ad sales intern at NBC Universal for the summer, which is super exciting because it's obviously like a huge, huge company and it's right at Rockefeller Center. So it's super close. And I don't know, it's a really cool opportunity. I'm really grateful for it and I'm really excited for it.
yeah, so then she's not going to travel with us this summer, so she'll be working and making some money, which is great.
Yep.
And then
Not
after,
tons. I mean, it's like, I don't want to say not tons. It's above minimum wage. I just know like some people my age are getting like $50 an hour for internships, but also like that's not the path I chose. I knew that from the beginning that like I didn't want that. I didn't want to have those ridiculous amount of hours. And that's what comes with it. It's like the finance internships are like the 90-hour work weeks, but you're getting paid a lot. But I didn't want that. That's not for me. And I wanted to be creative in my field. And I think that ad sales will allow me to do that. But also it's analytics. And that's really what I'm into right now, which is so funny because I don't know if
like
I told
say that you're into analytics.
yeah, data like that for career wise, like data analytics, which is funny because like Jacob was like, you need to minor in this. This is so important. Like, not a lot of women are in this field. And then I was like, this is like going into college. I was like, don't even talk to me. What do you know? And then now, like literally what I'm going into as my career. So fine.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're going to wrap it up for the day. So
Happy
takeaway.
birthday.
Thank you. You still didn't sing for me. I was really hoping you're gonna, pull out a little chord there.
Boy, no, I'm good. Think so.
She
I'll
actually
send
has
you a video later.
she has a really good voice. So, that's why I put too much pressure on her when she was younger. So she doesn't want to sing anymore. I made her do karaoke one time in Disney and kind of pushed her up there to do it. And she did great, but she was like, I hate singing now. So I've learned not to
It's
cook.
funny though, like now I miss it. That's part of getting old, is I miss singing a little bit. I miss performing a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the things that you used to, I miss horseback riding. It's something I did for such a huge part of my life, but I'm again, I can't do it anymore because of my knee. So that
Yeah.
giving piece. But okay, so takeaways. Gosh, enjoy birthdays, like celebrate them and do it however you want to do
Yeah,
it.
do what you want. Don't be pressured into a party. Don't be not pressured into a party.
Yeah. You decide. It's your birthday.
Yeah. If you want to spend a week celebrating, yeah, it's your birthday. But if you don't want to celebrate at all, don't celebrate. That's fine.
I agree. So I'm gonna do like my version of celebrating and go have some fun tonight and then have 2 more days of fun. So I'm thrilled that I have now turned 51 and not 52. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm glad you like rewind, yeah, de-aged, if you will.
De-aged, yeah. I was like, oh wait, no, I'm not. Yay. Okay, I have an extra year. It's like spring back, spring forward, or whatever it's called with the time. I was like, oh wait, I saved a year. It's even better. Not an hour,
That's
but
great. Like I didn't know that happened because I kept my blinds closed for like the 4 days, so I thought it was just like going down for the same amount of time and I wasn't outside, and then I went outside at like 7 p.m. like 2 nights ago and I was like, whoa.
it's light out.
I
Yeah.
know, I was literally mind blown actually.
Gosh, girl. That's the thing now is you don't have to change your clocks. They do it for you because
Yeah, I
it's
just had to change my microwave and I thought someone just had messed with my microwave, like I didn't even think about it.
oh girl. Oh girl. Things okay, getting older, it'll help. Okay. Great seeing you.
It's good to see you. I'll see you next week.
Thanks for
Happy
joining us.
birthday.
We'll see you next time, or you'll hear from us next time. And check us out on social media, Simone Canego, Olivia Canego, the Daughter Dearest podcast. Talk to you soon.